victory for them coming out of that map. So yeah, expect guys like Rops to have impact. Rain was even looking pretty solid at certain points. I think the scariest thing for FaZe isn't so much, you know, those kind of post plants, those clutch situations, the tactics. It's like the little micro decisions. We saw it on Ancient a couple of times, not clearing a corner all the way, not watching, you just throw a molly at a position and not watching for the run out. It's those details that when you start seeing FaZe miss those, you're really worried about what kind of level they're going to be able to bring into the map overall. But we get to figure that all out right now. We get to decide that, and we get to decide our second grand finalist of CAC 2023. FaZe ENCE third and deciding map, with FaZe starting on the CT side.
Defensive start. ENCE will start on the more favored side of Anubis, and where Jason was just highlighting, a lot of their strengths lie. So there is to be a chance to win this. There is a chance to send ENCE to the grand final. It will be with a T-sided start on Anubis, and a pistol round would go a long way. It was slow starts from FaZe that put them in tough positions to begin with. So if you can hand them another one of those.
I think this is going to be a map, I'll be honest, I almost think there's like a disadvantage. I think this is going to be a map where ENCE really misses Diha. I think Diha, both bomb sites on the T side, he was able to find so many different pathings to have impact, and they don't have him available, obviously, here. First kill of the way of SunPayus, and he grabs the second one. Double tap, baby.
Why not? 2 for 1, I guess. There's a deal on around the shop at SunPayus, and he's got himself a chance. But karrigan, he's picked up the exact same deal, I suppose. He's got a double kill, and now Rops with the distraction execution on a double. He's now just SunPayus left alone, and he will do everything he can. And when I say everything, I mean absolutely everything. He needs 5. He needs an ace to win this one. And he's going to go back to the beach. He wants a little day at the beach. Cool off those toes, because he knows he has a big clutch ahead of him with 30 seconds left. Yeah, and at this point, like, the slowdown is also going to make karrigan and Rops kind of consider they have to split up at the bomb site. So there's a chance where where SunPayus can get over to this B bomb site and actually get the bomb planted. But karrigan steps up out of temple, ready to put a stop to it. Here's the footsteps, 15 seconds, 14 seconds. karrigan hasn't pounced. Now moving forward with Rops, and SunPayus has no room to work with. He's still got one. Oh, here he goes, the sun god. He punishes them for their impiety at this point. He's looking for a chance, just one chance to take down Rops and give them the ace. You better worship the sun god. Here he is, SunPayus with the ace, with the clutch, and with a pistol for ENCE.
Let that soak in. What a wild swing this round is. Dominance from SunPayus, then it's karrigan. I don't know how he gets these 2 kills. Then it's Rops. Double tap as well. But SunPayus in a 1v3 completes the ace.
That shot, that looked like karrigan had it all day long.
I thought they would have just double swung on the same side, but they split. They try and wrap around different angles. And that gives the room for SunPayus to work with.
Paladin's turn. Sees the arm of Rops, and Rops will get it. He really has figured out that mechanic of just slightly showing a little bit of yourself, then fully swinging. But SunPayus ain't stopping. SunPayus has arrived to the server in a big way on map 3. 7 kills, 2 rounds, and a chance for more.
I don't know if they're necessarily ready to commit to this bomb site, though. Brokey hiding behind cake. There's the utility out.
Can he have his cake and eat it? That's the question. Deagle in his hand. Smoke goes out defensively. And now karrigan's with him.
The longer this takes, the more there's going to be a flank from Rain coming in. That's a good swing from SunPayus, and over the top he trades off Brokey.
SunPayus, aces?
Yeah, coming in with a vengeance.
There's something in the water here on Anubis for SunPayus, and he is drinking from it. This is incredible. SunPayus so close, so close. But he's not going to get that back-to-back ace. It will be snappy to close it out in the 1v1, and a second round for ENCE.
Still, what a way to start this map for SunPayus. 9 kills, 1 death in 2 rounds.
That's insane. I don't think I remember the last time I seen a back-to-back ace. And
it's been a while.
Definitely wasn't right there, but...
Look, it's hard to get aces in today's Counter-Strike. People have gotten so much better at spacing, so much better at trading kills. It's very, very difficult. So for SunPayus to have a chance at 2 in a row is pretty cool. 2-0. And another investment from FaZe. M4 in the hands of Twistzz, SMGs on karrigan and Rain. Upgraded pistols, but light on utility for this defense.
Snappy with a great headshot. That's Rain gone. Molotov to force karrigan into the fight. And there's the MAC-10. That's the kill And would have come through on karrigan just a moment prior, and here's Brokey stuck at the back of the pillar. Chances out with the peak. Heating up now with that Molotov, and Brokey's not liking that. He wants to get out of the position as quickly as he possibly can, and Vladin, what a double. Nice little sweep up on Twistzz and Brokey, leaving Rops alone. Not much he can do here. Maybe a couple of kills, maybe one even. It's 3 at the start for ENCE on the T side. They're looking sharp.
Yeah, they are. And because of this buy in this third round as well from FaZe, they're going to have to sit back on their haunches for a little bit. Save round coming in the next one. As Rop backs away with 20 HP. Madden on the hunt, doesn't spot him initially, but cleans him off. This is ENCE just finding some early kills in these rounds and just not even being afraid to kind of show what's coming. Executing through smoke, plenty of utility, causing chaos, causing the defense to have to move out of position and exploiting all of it. A great start.
One that FaZe will not be putting a stop to in this round, in all likelihood. It's 5-7s, it's Deagles. Sure, definitely a lot of skill inside of this team, and these pistols can pack a punch. But 4 rounds in a row is the most likely outcome of the next minute and 30 seconds.
Ooh, good find from Rain.
Oh my god, maybe
better
not.
one from
Maybe
Brokey.
not.
Yeah, you might have to eat your words.
Oh,
Don't worry, SunPayus is still alive.
Yeah, that's very true. When he's around, there's always a chance here for ENCE.
Yeah, but I mean, after those kills, you kind of have to back away. Utility's down, they can start wrapping around the bomb sites as your teammates are falling, so Brokey can't really be all that aggressive anymore. He's got to back off and hope his teammates can encircle this attack.
Bomb plant locked in. And that smoke that should lock out Twistzz. He can't get involved. Now we look at the rest of the FaZe players, not many opportunities. So you can trap them in, try and hold them in, do some damage as they try and flee the bomb. It's a big blast radius again, so if every single exit point is covered off by a CT player, they will have to fight eventually. And Brokey is going to go ahead, go for the peak. Rops gets caught, and well done, ENCE. That is incredible. The fact that they don't lose a single player with 3 remaining, that's 4 in a row.
Yeah, nicely done. Quickly 4 in a row as well. Feels like we haven't slowed down from that pistol. Weapons are going to come out for FaZe as they start mounting their defense with rifles. Here's the shot from Rain, catches Snappy just on the exit. Brokey hits a banger onto NertZ as well, and that made it interesting. But then the superior firepower took over. Madden with a pair of kills to close out the round.
He said there's nothing better than growing old doing the thing you love. Wouldn't call 25 old, but I guess it's older. Here he is up on that stage, playing in the semi-final. His team currently leading the 3rd and final map. And he's got some mid-control.
Up in the hands of Brokey as well. Towards the B-bomb site.
Oh, Matty gets caught.
Yeah, he does. And actually, Brokey's looking to get aggressive. NertZ is going to be challenging against that one. Awkward angle. Fast swing. Down low.
Nade's got him.
Nade's going to clean him up for sure. karrigan goes down next. Pushes right into it, and NertZ is waiting.
That's sick from NertZ. The nade into the headshot, and now some damage down through the smoke as well.
And it's pulled Rain over, who was defending towards canals. And now that that space is opened up, he's going to be pinched. This position is horrifying. As soon as these smokes fade, he's in trouble. And no one else is moving on the FaZe side of things.
Rain goes for the peek out. There's the kill on NertZ. Is there another one for Rain? The Norwegian breaks them
No
apart.
way.
The big Viking arms, and he snaps their necks as he walks outside. And now Vladin and SunPayus trying to get back into this one. 35 seconds. Rops this time. He can't deal with a double R combo. And with 30 seconds left, it's the stand-in with the clutch.
How did they let this slip away? 1 defender, 2 in main, 2 in dark. That should have never happened. This shouldn't even be a clutch they have to consider.
Oh, Vladin tries to make it happen. There's the peek on Rops. Oh, if he was just more accurate, if he got that headshot. Rain was on low HP, but if it's and nuts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. So
Yeah.
There we go.
Rain saves the day. That's a massive play. Massive play. I mean, even ENCE's own Molotov they throw in towards dark obscures their vision enough for Rain to stay there unspotted. And I mean, despite 4 players essentially being here ready to go, they couldn't find a way to peak this with 2 players. And Rain takes down the bomb that chews time off the clock. FaZe on the board early.
Madden already out mid. Through the smoke. Molotov comes up in his face. Just have to let that one slide on by. And speaking of sliding into an angle, it's Rain who's got that kill on SunPayus.
And Madden won't expect karrigan because of the angle of that kill.
Yeah, that's true. And karrigan's got the MP9. Will Madden do his due diligence? It doesn't really matter. karrigan unable to get the kill quickly with the weaker gun. Madden's able to turn for the headshot, but Rain is cleaning up. Rain is having a great time. He's got 3 already, and that B-bomb site still under pressure, still under scrutiny. Good flash, Rain's let him up, and oh, fully blinded. That flash felt like it lasted an eternity. And NertZ and Vladen starting to get back into this round now. They've turned this into a 2v2 from once a 4v2 favoring FaZe.
This is brawly so early on in this round as well. There's no patience between these teams. Rops will make a sound cue when he drops, so he's waiting for the timing. And Twistzz is perched up against Ivy. An off angle held.
There's Vladen smoking out Temple. NertZ yet to leave jail. He's worried about B main, and Twistzz is just hiding at Ivy, not giving up his position, letting Rops get in a better spot. He's creeping ever closer to Dark with each step, and that's exactly where he's going to come from. Good peek from Twistzz. In fact, he doesn't even need Rops. He's got himself. He's got that trusty M4, and FaZe have a second thanks to the Canadian.
Yeah, but he's only going for that peek because Rops dropped down and was going for a peek as well. They figure if they're both peeking from opposite angles, the ENCE can't handle both of them at the same time, and so Twistzz just gets some freebies. Back turned and bomb planter. A close trade affair coming in towards B main once again, and once again, FaZe come out on top.
No matter who wins this series today, no matter who gets that final spot in the grand final, they're going to be more exhausted than Mouse. Mouse have had a big break. You're coming in off the back of this semi-final this hard as well. Close map on Ancient. This has all the trimmings, all the signs that it's going to be a close map as well.
And FaZe has already had one of these grueling days on day 1 to start the event as well.
But the good thing about FaZe, I suppose, is they're kind of conditioned with these deep games, these long days. And the spray down through the smoke, SunPayus caught, and that'll be Rain's opener.
Rain's been so good on defense. In these first rounds of the half. A big key to this puzzle at the B bomb site. Snappy and Vladen now addressing A main. It hasn't gotten a whole lot of attention. So any little bit of utility used in this position puts Rops on notice.
He's just waiting behind that smoke, and on the other side, a couple of opponents that Rops would love to destroy. He's got one. Is there another one left for Rops? Vladen's actually stayed inside of the smoke, and Rops didn't find him, couldn't track him, couldn't figure out where he was.
Look at mid, 2 players coming in, but there's the off angle from Twistzz. Madden's gonna peek into it, instant headshot, and now the Ops got a hold. Brokey nails it, drills him down. NertZ puts out a smoke to try and be able to cross over, but Brokey's gonna try and stop the plant. NertZ has gone down, it's only Vladen inside the site. 1v3 with no room to maneuver.
He's in another clutch, and this time going nowhere. Brokey out from heaven. Vladen destroyed from up above. Molotov comes out, and they just have to wait that out before they can defuse the bomb, but they will nonetheless. And they're starting to defuse this situation. SunPayus kicked things off with that pistol ace, the pistol round. He followed up with 4 kills in the following, and ENCE had the dream start. 4 in a row, and now it's starting to go the other way.
Yeah, I mean, thank God they got that really good start to get up to 4. That's providing him a buffer to sustain some of these losses, because in the mid and late stages of these rounds, FaZe is starting to take over. Great flashbang in play from Rops and Brokey.
Just not missing those. And look at the buy now for ENCE. They're down the Galils, Mac-10s, a couple of AKs in there. But not a whole lot of utility, and that's the big problem here.
Well, Vladen and Snappy again towards A main.
But
this time,
outside of B.
Vladen's got another opening kill. Yeah, bomb is on the other side of the map, so trying to pull some attention over here. Maybe create a fake opportunity.
Oh, good pick from Rops. He hunts down his victim. Rops wants another one too. He doesn't just sit back. He's waiting for the timing. He's waiting for Snappy, and he's got him. Oh, Rops, confident as ever and accurate as ever.
And it's been so costly both times they've tried to take A main. I wonder how much they're going to be motivated to continue going back to that, because Rops has taken at least 1 down each and every time. This one, a 2nd kill for him. On to Snappy, and that really alleviates the pressure in the middle of the map. No presence in canals towards A main. No presence in canals towards Dark until just now.
That is so sick from SunPayus. few more of those, and ENCE will be off to the races here. Some utility left. Smoke Molotov for NertZ and Madden, but looking the wrong way. SunPayus gets caught by karrigan. He was paranoid about a flank, but here comes that play into B main. They know exactly where karrigan is, and NertZ will sink his ship, no issue. And a second this time through the smoke. NertZ has woken up in this round, but look who it is. Look who's alive. It's ropz, and he was last spotted towards A. He's at B main already.
He doesn't have a kit. He better hope there's one on the ground that he can pick up on the pathway. NertZ is going to be safe in towards dark. Madden getting up on the platform. Solid positions. Shouldn't be any easy kills for ropz.
Well, there's the kit. That's his objective currently, to try and get towards that. If he finds that he's got extra seconds, now he spots a victim. That's Madden. There's the kill from ropz, and he's reading dark. He's anticipating NertZ to be in this side of this position. It's the AWP, and it's ropz up against him, running in. ropz is relentless, but not this time around. The Glock pulled by NertZ saves the day and saves the round, and it is fantastic from NertZ in this one.
Nice clutch. Finally, one goes the way of ENCE. I shouldn't say finally. They did win the clutch in the pistol round as well.
Yeah,
thanks to SunPayus. Yeah, actually, yeah, fair play. 2 to 3 clutches for each team going back and forth in these first 9 rounds, and a timeout called by FaZe. That round hurts. It's a lot of money taken away. Good spray control from Vladden, but that shot from SunPayus opens this round back up.
Oh, it did feel like he was on for that clutch, though, didn't it? When ropz gets that kill on platform. It's actually a small detail there that allows him to go down to the Glock, is the fact that Madden dished some damage out before dying.
Well, FaZe is buying here.
Look at that.
3 M4s, really light on nades. MP9 and 5.7. Risking a lot. This would give ENCE likely at least a lead into halftime. What are they going to do? All the way towards middle.
Oh.
Madden watching at a distance, shuts them down. ropz wins his fight. NertZ, I don't think he realizes, now he knows. Twistzz has had a tough time getting involved in this 3rd map so far. He's going to back away from the fight. He knows he's done great harassment, and NertZ is on an island alone. ENCE can do nothing to help him.
Injured on that island as well, and ropz knows it, so he's going to try and isolate him further. Knows there's one away from the pack, but ropz looks the wrong way, and NertZ catches a good timing. And now the final play into this A bomb site. It shouldn't really be all that difficult, because it is only Brokey here with a 5-7, and Snappy should clear him out, and he will with that MAC-10.
Yeah, and they really sent that MAC-10 alone. Good spacing as well. Don't want to get caught off guard by multiple defenders. Smoke blown open, and Twistzz had no chance. 6 to 3. And the force buy fails for FaZe. And now it gets so much more difficult.
Yeah, that's why they've got to go for the timeout here to talk over their options and talk over the future that they see with this. But you gotta say, NertZ is handling himself so well. Clutches in this position probably should have died a lot earlier to Twistzz. And then this opportunity to take out ropz.
Yeah, ropz just has so many more angles to worry about, right? He doesn't know if those players that default towards A main are going to be starting to come back towards middle to address the aggression, maybe coming back towards the B bomb site to help NertZ out. So he's got to be cautious of so many things, and just timing goes against him. And FaZe not really investing as expected. Upgraded pistols, only 1 player with armor, that's ropz. Three-round losing bonus, so they can afford to descend into some of these buys, some of these investments. They'll make that money back.
Upgrade here and there. Give yourself at least a small chance. ropz. What a fairy tale it would be if he's able to take out Snappy. Yet again, he's gotten in this position before. He's about to do it again. Snappy very lucky to be alive. 2 health on him, and ropz keeps peeking. Probably not going to peek again, seeing 3 players on the other side. So he's going to drop behind the smoke.
It's good early damage, though. Snappy's been the one investigating bomb sites with the MAC-10, leading the way. Now he's going to have to sit back with the AWP. And a potential for an easy multi-kill later in the round.
Oh my god, ropz goes out, he finishes him off. SunPayus is gone. Remember, Snappy's on 1 health. So this is actually a territory in which ENCE sure are still favored, but there's a couple of players that can fall here.
ropz has done all of this. He's done the damage onto Snap. He got the kill onto SunPayus with a 5-7 on his own. He's been the only one at this A bomb site. He's had no utility.
And in doing so has actually funneled them into the opposite side of the map where you actually want them to go if you're FaZe, because you have the majority of your players over here defending in crossfires.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things about the way ropz has been playing towards the end of Ancient on.
Oh, even more?
Okay.
You got anything else?
Yeah, I guess we can keep saying good things about him. What a beast. Pushes out, grabs one more, and now they have to go into the stack. NertZ finds the first kill. They find the second and the third. Danger averted. But ropz did everything to set that up for his team.
Just as much as we're talking about ropz, I think we have to talk about NertZ as well. That's 3 rounds in a row where he's just had a really good multi-kill. NertZ is doing a lot. 11 and 6 at the moment. That was damn stylish too. He's got some real flair to his rifle.
He's been on point this event, NertZ. He's really starting to come into his own on this ENCE roster, and start to finish of this event, he's had some very, very good showings.
And he's had to be, because obviously you're missing out on D-High. You want some more stability in the team, so you want a little bit of extra firepower out of your stars, and you got that from SunPayus at points, and now you're getting it from NertZ. Technical issue though. This was what kind of plague nuke was. We were sort of tech issue free on Ancient though, so we'll take that. Just a moment to sort of lull over your thoughts that are going through your mind at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about, you know, this is thinking about that grand final coming up a little bit later. Well, not if you're a player. We're thinking about the grand final coming up later. These guys are just thinking about getting there. Certainly, though, I mean, one of the questions and one of the things we had coming into this was the last time we saw these two teams play this map, it was that 13-0 down in Sydney for FaZe. It was just a complete trouncing with the full lineup of ENCE as well. So, I mean, the fact that this has changed in such a fortune would just, it would kind of point to that being a really bad day for ENCE, I would say. A really rough day in the office.
And those do happen. Not always as bad as that. You know, there are usually better days. But it seems to be a headset all for Rain. So we'll see if we can get all of that resolved for Rain and the headset back on.
It's so funny, like this game, it feels like it's been so brawly, like so focused on trades, so aggressive, finding fights, you know, peaking and being aggressive about things. And it's a team that you come into this where, you know, the in-game leaders are a huge topic of conversation. Two of the smartest in-game leaders we have, two of the more successful and impressive resumes over the past few years.
But that's why we love this matchup. That's why we love seeing FaZe versus
ENCE. It just descends into this grimy brawl.
Yeah, because you do have the story of like the two tactical in-game leaders at times, right? And then you got this like crazy amount of individual skill on both sides of the server, and they go sort of tit for tat. And then in the midst of all of that craziness, there's like a few highlight rounds of brilliance coming out of the minds of karrigan and Snappy all together, and it just makes this really sick matchup play out in front of us. I wish it was playing out right now, to be honest. It's kind of what we're waiting for.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it was a sound issue, it looked like, on Rain. So they've got the headset back on, so as soon as he gives the good to go, we should be able to return to the action. So we're all just kind of waiting on that to resolve. And the crowd hopefully won't be falling asleep. Wake up for this, this technical pause to conclude, and the semi-final back underway. Now, it is quite a long day of Counter-Strike, as I mentioned, for all of the teams involved today. It's kind of an old-style tournament, right? We have 3 best-of-3s in one day.
Yeah. And we got to have that always exciting debate of whether it's better to be the first semifinal or the second semifinal.
I don't know. I think the first semifinal might have such a long break, where it's like, they can actually go and fully relax, feed.
Well, yeah, but the argument is, do you get a little bit lazy after that? You know, you had the big peak of adrenaline in the first series in the quarterfinals. Do you kind of snooze during this break? Do you eat too much food? You got to be really careful about how you manage that time, because they've got to be ready to come in and play high energy. And for FaZe, yeah, probably a little bit exhausted after a series like this, but warmed up, ready to go.
Or ENCE as well. So we'll have to see how this one pans out.
Yeah, or ENCE as well. Excuse me.
But it's been great hearing the crowd during the playoffs. You know, we didn't get to hear them in the group stages. We heard it was good over there too, but hearing the audience added to the track here in the English broadcast has been a really good addition. I really enjoyed hearing them supporting each and every play. But here we go. Round 11 is going to start. And the tech issue is resolved, and FaZe back to a bye. So we've been waiting for a while for them to get this out, and now they're back to the purchase.
Yeah, 3 in a row for ENCE. Oh, good nade, chunked. Snappy down to 54. This time it's an Alpine main, and SunPayus drills it, nails it. Rops didn't expect that whatsoever. And they're going to pick up the pace, or they're going to try to. Defensive utility being deployed to try and slow them down. That's the mid play from Madden. He thought he had a lot more room to work with.
Twistzz getting flashed to the double doors to have a little clearance to check around him. Rops didn't look ready, but SunPayus absolutely was, because that's a position that Rops loves. You know, we see him play that quite often in CSGO and now in CS2. You'll find him in and around that spot, hoping that it can be an off angle to catch them off guard, but the opposite SunPayus didn't even think twice about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a really hard angle to deal with if you don't have an AWP and you're not, peeking for it. So Twistzz at an off angle in middle. ENCE is going to come right at him.
This is usually good for one, but he doesn't really have the help nor utility set up to try and get him out of this. And even then, not one. NertZ is on another day. He's just playing so well. The headshots he's hitting, he's looking so damn crispy. And he's going to drop out of that smoke. Nade's going forward. It's going to blow it open. And karrigan, oh, he turned away from it. He's like, I don't. If I'm not looking at them, they can't see me.
Yeah, that's that.
The ostrich approach.
I don't know what karrigan's supposed to do in that situation. Just pushing through. I think maybe he thought the gunfire was indicating a flash was going to come. Regardless, I don't think it would have mattered. Smoke blown open. You've got 3 to deal with, surprisingly, and Brokey and Rain have to back off.
I wouldn't hit the panic button just yet. You know, if you're FaZe, because
no, but your hand's hovering.
Your hand is definitely hovering.
Yeah.
This map is T-sided, but you still want an extra round at least. You know, an 8-4 half, you'll work with that a lot better than having to go 9-3 and then lose a pistol. You aren't given that leeway to come back into games that way.
Well, they have the full losing bonus, so they can drop M4s over to two M4s over to the teammates. One player, probably karrigan, would drop down to what an SMG you'd imagine with some utility. Might be missing a few nades, but it's another strong buy to be able to contest the final round of this first half. 8-3, 5-round lead for ENCE. And yet another comeback affair for FaZe.
A timeout of the tactical variety. And that's for FaZe to try and figure out.
Yeah, this one last round means a lot to them. Going to talk things over and manage the economy of dropping weapons over to teammates, making sure everyone has what they need.
And this is that shot from SunPayus on the Chinese broadcast, going for that peak. That was a really sick opener.
He had 9 kills after 2 rounds. He's had 4 since then. Obviously, don't expect him to keep up that pace or even close to it. But 4 kills in what the 9 rounds we've played since then.
Would you want more balanced impact rather than, you know, the big clutches at the start? And sure, it's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know. Those first 2 clutches got him started on the right foot.
Yeah, so it really did.
I'm not going to complain either way. I'm just saying he hasn't had as much impact round to round since then.
Here's Rops, aggressive out of A. No way. Absolutely no way. Rops gets a double on Snappy and Vladin, and those are the kind of aggressive moves FaZe love to throw in, and it's such a luxury to have a player of Rops' caliber. The player that can just go in and do that on his own, turns around, swivels, and takes 2 kills out of it, but SunPayus is back in the business, and here he goes again, diving out of the window. Rain catches him, and really that ended quite badly for SunPayus, but the impact is impactful in its own right, but Rain is caught by Madden.
Yeah. And all of a sudden down into a 2-on-2, 1 minute left, so much action happening early. But these rounds have been contested by both teams. Clutches on both sides. Rops low on HP, 28 health.
I wouldn't want to walk into Rops' lines down here. He's just been an absolute beast, but I suppose NertZ has been matching him and almost outmatching him at certain points. So he's in now, he's got the bomb down, and now it's down to karrigan.
Well, we mentioned karrigan has this unique ability to always be good for a clutch, to always just have like one special card to play. He's a kit inside the bomb site that was on Rops' body.
He did have a big 1v2 earlier in the day. He's looking for another one here. That was a long time ago on Nuke.
Oh, that's not a good start.
He just flashed himself. Oh, that's rough for karrigan, but he recovers. He still gets that 1 pick, and that Molotov's gone too deep. Now NertZ realizes, but the bomb's not even planted for him. He's got the kit. NertZ has to go to bricks, and he will. Surely he will. Surely he'll peek this before karrigan gets the defuse. No,
I'm telling you,
karrigan's got it. karrigan's got the clutch. karrigan in full force. NertZ goes the wrong way, and he flashes himself, then defuses the bomb.
It doesn't always look pretty. It doesn't always look clean, but karrigan's good for a spectacular clutch out of nowhere. And I think you saw NertZ even kind of looking up and just saying, that bomb was not planted where I thought it was supposed to be planted.
I couldn't believe he went around heaven. I thought for sure he would have peeked from bricks. But even then, karrigan just fully sticks it. I love that. He's like, okay, this is my chance. It's not planning for him. I'm probably not going to be able to pull him out of that
He's
fight.
thinking I'm going to tap it. I'm going to get at least one extra second where he's thinking I'm going to be searching for him. Boy. And he had one of those on Ancient as well.
This is the way the round started.
Was that FaZe blowing open that smoke behind that play?
Have to see it again to see the detail of it, but could have been. I mean, they didn't look ready for it, did they?
No, they did not at all.
So you would have to imagine so. And Rob's got out of there, and then the second kill was so sick.
Well, Spins, he's been engaging Snappy in that same position in boats this whole time behind those baskets.
That round had it all, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. Even the double kill from SunPayus.
Well, they needed that fourth round, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They called the timeout for it, and karrigan even had to work extra hard. 8-4. ENCE now switches over to the CT side.
karrigan doing it for all the IGLs and old gamers out there, showing how to win the 1v2s. FaZe sitting back. It's a Molotov in the hands of karrigan. Once he got up his sleeve, perhaps even for the post plant, if they make it that far. Triple setup in middle for ENCE.
Yeah, but I think Madden's getting close to kind of giving that a jiggle just to see if anyone's going to be there, because this is a lot of resources in the middle of the map that are going to end up going to waste if this B hit comes in.
And even if they do rotate through top middle, if Rops sort of like stops the breaks right here and just waits towards top mid, he might actually be able to catch them as they come in towards them on the rotate. You'd imagine SunPayus is going to hit that shot. Here he is. Rops picks up death only. And Snappy, he's looking for a peek, but immediately gets destroyed by Twistzz. But it's SunPayus who seems to be a pistol god. He's coming back in. He doesn't stop. SunPayus is killing everybody until karrigan. karrigan at the back of the site. 2 kills in the Glock. And that should do it. That should be enough to seal the pistol round here. Vladin coming back through on the Julies. It's a nice shot. Actually, karrigan has to seal it on his own. And karrigan's in the open! Another clutch, this time for Vladin. He's been in so many of them, but finally he'll get a round win. And he's celebrating that on the stage.
Yeah, and he knew karrigan's position, which is why karrigan's trying to change things up, get into a different situation to change the angle. Vladin's just too fast, and even a bit of disrespect. You love to see it.
Just think about this moment for Vladin as well. Like, not so long ago, he's playing for iNation, who were a team that their most notable event of this year was attending the EU RMR. Just being in attendance was a win for them. We weren't expecting them to get any results. They were the lowest seeded team at the RMR, and now he's playing in a semi-final against FaZe Clan on the side of ENCE as a stand, and he's just won a clutch like that.
He's looking good, man. He's grown on me over the course of this event. I've liked what I've seen as he's progressed from day one to now. Very cool showing from Vladin. And a big-time pistol clutch, which gives ENCE both pistol rounds. Such an important factor in the third and deciding map. They started the first half on a 4-0 run. You're basically there if you get that again in the second half. You got to get through this force buy. Rifles are out for FaZe.
Two pistol clutches. But as you said, that could be all undone if they lose against the force buy.
One smoke left for FaZe to work with in this round. This is all going to be contact plays.
And here comes the push into Madden. karrigan is the first dead. Madden got a double, and he's still not dead. Madden could get 3, and he absolutely will. 3 kills on the MP9. He'll take that upgrade. Thank you very much.
Oh, smart decision from Vladin. Jiggle peek sees both players and decides not to commit to it. Waits for his teammates to arrive. They got a 4-on-2 in the post plant, so no reason to press the issue.
Yeah, Vladin's a very disciplined player, not making a lot of mistakes, and this guy's pretty young. Really cool to see that, not giving up opportunities to FaZe, because if they get that pick, then maybe there's an opportunity that reopens. And with Madden coming in, he's got the M4 in hand. He's going for all 5. He's going for the ace, and he's damn close to it. But Rain in the clutch. It's one already, and he's taken out by NertZ on the swing. So that's 10 rounds. That's double figures for ENCE.
Yeah, that might be it. This is a really weird scenario. FaZe with that plant, they could go for a force if they wanted to, I think. I think they'll have just enough to do it, but that's a massive risk. You'd be on Galil's again. Rain could get an AK-47. Again, you'd be light on utility like you were in this round. But it's getting to that desperate point in the game where you're going to have to take a risk somewhere. 4 to 10. I mean, and indeed, they will go for it. They supplement the Galil buys with low utility with Tech 9 buys with high utility, just so they can have nades to maneuver. Nades to bust open stacks and crossfires like the one that shut them down in middle.
I mean, we've seen FaZe have to come back on Ancient. They did it. They dragged it all the way. They forced us to 3, but they're on the back foot completely on map 3 here. This would be another classic FaZe comeback if there is any way to do it. There was a moment, there was like a moment on Ancient where the switch was hit, and we started to see just sharper headshots start to come in on this T side from FaZe. We basically have to see that switch turned on right now.
Yeah, sharper headshot, sharper decision making.
Now here's a little play from Robs. Oh, water noise from Vlad, and he'll descend out of the fountain back to the kick, and he's not alone. He has got Madden above him.
Madden passing off his utility so he can play tucked into the corner, very dedicated to the bomb site. Vladden's going to go for an investigative push in A main. Meanwhile, execute on this B bomb site. Flashbang comes in, Rops is cleared out.
Stars holding down the spray. There's a couple more kills coming in from the CT side. 3 players up for FaZe. It's do or die. It's a moment like this that can switch this game around and get them right back into it. But Snappy's still around here, still on the platform. Deplatformed by Twistzz, cancelled out of there. And now Madden and Vladden coming right back into this. They've got SunPayus alive too, but he's around B main. He's a late game player, a late round piece. And will he come into play? FaZe are letting that clock run down, and here's SunPayus, nearly gets the lineup on 2 kills, but it's just the 1. Madden has to close, and he lost track of Twistzz. The Northern King moves to the right side, and it's 4 kills locked in. A quad from Twistzz.
That's a big performance from Twistzz in a round they needed to win. Everything was on the line in that round. And the retake was looking solid with that flank. And Madden thought he had disappeared back to A main. Not a bad initial hold, all things considered, in the chaos. But Twistzz makes it work with the Galil.
Just really good work. Really solid stuff, and that is a lifeline. He's throwing him out the raft. They have to swim back to shore now, FaZe. And they could do it with 1 step closer, breaking down this purchase.
They're massing bodies towards A. 3 players headed towards A main through rugs right now. Madden is defending there with the 5-7, and a single M4 is defending there as well. That's on Vladden.
Well, this is a cool angle to pick up some information. It's a really cool boost, little gap to look towards A main. You're looking for the headshots, but I don't think he's actually managed to pick it up. He's seen karrigan run in, and he hasn't been spotted. He hasn't been detected. Madden plays in front of the Molotov. If Madden dies, it is unlikely that karrigan sees that second player there, and Vladden can just hide now. They surely think heaven is clear.
No,
but Rain's still considering. He thinks there's another player out there since that was a pistol player going down.
Can he actually do anything, though, to even turn this round? Even if he had the opportunity, he just backs off. They say, oh, this round's over.
Yeah, that's very true.
Out of position, they have the bomb site, they have all the advantages. Keep these weapons in hand.
Yeah.
Let's not give them any freebies.
6 now. They've taken their steps.
For ENCE with this lead, it's about preserving the economy so that you can challenge as many rounds as humanly possible down the stretch.
Yeah, because you know this can get messy. You know this can go deep right away.
Terrorists win.
Kind of challenge you would want to see is not going to be coming up in this round, right? They don't have all the money available that they would want in this kind of round, so they're going to have to save whatever they have and throw those into the mix, see what you can do with the save weapons. But the most likely outcome of this scenario of round 17 is the 7th round for FaZe, and 1 step closer to tying up the scoreline. It would be 3 away from doing so. I mean, I'm all for it, Jason, and I believe in it.
Yeah.
I've seen too many of these. I feel like it's going to happen.
FaZe always has one last punch to throw, and it feels like we're in the midst of it right now.
It's like, for the boxing fans out there, it's like it'll be like when Tyson Fury got knocked down and somehow found life again and came back up off the canvas. It seems like this happens every damn time for FaZe. Just a second life given to them. ENCE have to stomp it out as soon as they possibly can. Here's SunPayus. This is the perfect area for this weapon, isn't it? You take distraction from your teammate, and then, if needed, then SunPayus would have been able to pick out. But you really wanted a better weapon in the hands of Madden. He might have been able to do something to stop that dark offensive, but they've cleared out the right side of the map. They've avoided the stack of 2 better weapons. NertZ is running in, trying to do what he can, but it's not going to be enough.
If he could have gotten that shot, if he could have gotten that kill maybe a little bit quicker to grab the angle, they might have actually gone for that. But when he misses the opportunity, there's no point. 3 on 4, no kit, no utility. Once again, back off and preserve these M4s for the next round. That losing bonus building up. They'll get $2,400 in this round.
All FaZe, there's your 7th. A lot more needed where that came from.
Terrorists win.
NertZ can drop, Vladen can drop SunPayus' extra cash.
Settled into a little bit of groove in these past few rounds where FaZe have just had so much advantage in terms of weaponry and utility that they're able to kind of get some of these rounds with relative ease. That ends here with this timeout being called by Saw and ENCE. They're going to get their first goodbye of some time and see what kind of challenges they can present to FaZe. One thing we haven't seen, because just due to the economy, and still it's going to be delayed even longer, we haven't seen SunPayus with his op-out quite yet on this CT side. And he's one of the players we know loves to take those aggressive dynamic peaks, whether it's in dark through canals. Frequently he's a player that will push bridge on the CT side, take the op shot down towards canals and stairs as well. But he hasn't been able to even call any of those plays or even think about them because money hasn't been close enough to afford the op.
And it won't be good enough here either. So yeah, it's just full rifle still for ENCE. All right, let's see what that call is from Saw. Let's see what they've been able to figure out here, ENCE. Is it going to be enough to push forward to 11, or will FaZe continue this? Deep smoke into middle. It's going to be a peek from Madden through the window down into the canal. That was their opening move, trying to catch an opener, but didn't catch it, didn't get it.
Yeah, blinded just when he goes to take the peek, so I think he saw a little bit of leg, but didn't get any kind of a clean shot. SunPayus and Madden in middle. Snappy and NertZ over at the B bomb site. Vladen for the moment alone at A.
Here goes karrigan. Not afraid to get in the midst of fire, and SunPayus flies too close to karrigan.
Uh-oh, double peek, yeah, bailing
get out of there.
Good call from Snappy. Defensive smoke deployed. Rain's going to apply some pressure with the Molotov, but no need to go through that smoke.
Needed to get out of that position, Snappy. Very good that he did.
What a shot from karrigan on SunPayus.
Yeah, that was sick,
oh, and look what they've done. They've applied so much pressure towards dark. It's made ENCE feel like this is going to be a B hit, but they're creeping FaZe towards the A bomb site where Vladen is alone. He's got no nades. Madden is starting to shift over, but it's going to take time.
It is going to take a long time, and Vladen's been a player that decides to just play safe, makes very little mistakes, and he does that again. He's not playing for the kill, though, and when you don't play for the kill, when you don't get the kill at all, you're down in a 4v5, and you haven't been able to even step an inch closer, which just makes this a lot easier for FaZe. And with that shot, that is the save call coming in, and well, they're not able to get it done, and they have to save for a rainy day.
I mean, you have a good point. He's been playing passive, as we've seen a number of times, but I mean, that's what happens when you're kind of that bomb site anchor that doesn't have the resources to play for a kill. You don't have the smokes, the flashbangs. More importantly, you don't have a teammate setting you up whatsoever. So just trying to play for a little bit of a retake and hoping ENCE can figure out what's happening in time to shift over, but this time, this round, it's not the case.
Oh, Snappy. Oh, here they come. They're taking everything out of their hands. At least Snappy's, everybody else is safe from that, and that is going to be the 8th round. So 2 away from tying this up.
4 in a row for FaZe.
I said in the round that they won, the first of the 4, they need to hit the switch that they hit on Ancient and start pulling this T side back.
Yeah, they're starting to.
Within that round, it felt like the switch started to go on, yeah.
Yeah, they really have. That was karrigan opening kill onto SunPayus. He's stuck behind a Molotov. He wanted a little bit more space, but had to be held back and just drill SunPayus coming through double doors.
Well, using the second timeout, for ENCE very, very quickly after they just used the previous one.
Yeah, this has got to be feeling tense now, especially after a map like Ancient where you feel like you kind of let it slip away. You start to get a few worrying signs, worrying feelings as this comeback creeps closer and closer. 8 to 10. And FaZe have been doing this again the hard way, because ENCE have made all the right decisions in terms of saving weapons when they can, in terms of saving economy where they can. Finally, in round 19, we get the op out for SunPayus. It took 7 rounds into the second half. And he wants to go for his peak.
That's the kind of move that you said he likes to do. And we see him go for it, nothing taken from it though. So he'll get back to safety instead. Rops wants to get through A main, but that smoke is going to hold him at bay, or is it?
He don't care.
He doesn't give a shit. He's going in with a flashbang. Here he comes. Rops around the corner with it. Clears out close A main. He's got this position on Raps. He's looking for it. He's looking for the kill. And usually Rops would have got that, no problem. But Vladin duels with him and wins.
Vladin's doing a pretty good job against Rops, all things considered, on this map. You got to be super happy about that if you're ENCE. You're stand-in delivering against one of the strongest players on the opposing team time and time again. And this time it happens early enough in the round to where they can take the information gained from that. They know Rops can be a lurk, whether passive or aggressive towards A main. So now they feel like the map has shrunk. They have an idea, and Madden is securing the information even further.
Yeah, it's shrinking more and more for FaZe because Madden's around the back, the flank. This could be devastating. NertZ loses the fight in dark, which means this play is even more important for Madden. Oh, he's not getting the shots. He's not getting it done, and he's down. Oh, that is so rough for Madden. He's unable to do it, but Vladin's still here. He made the rotate over to the platform real quick. And 30 seconds left. Brokey going for the bomb plant. Vladin not leaping out, not trying to deny it. And that plant will go through. So FaZe will be allowed to play this post plant, but not with an advantage. Not with the advantage, because Vladin has just drive Brokey out of the round. It's down to SunPayus coming back over to help him though. He's still a little while off, but he has got some utility available, and Vladin is starting to consider dark. Starting to consider this position. And this could be massive because the molly goes in. That's karrigan down, and Vladin once again stepping up on the big stage. What a advertisement for his individual ability, but he's gone now, and it's just Twistzz versus SunPayus in the time. It's so limited. Twistzz has won it already. SunPayus has to go, has to run out of there. Despite all of the heroic antics from Vladin, it is not enough to get the round for ENCE. It's a 9th round for FaZe, and this game is 1 round away from being tied up.
Yeah, it's an incredible round from Vladin, and SunPayus just had hit the one shot. The one shot onto Twistzz peak. Not an easy one, but a quick kill on the potential diffuser, and SunPayus no longer wants to risk the AWP. Would have had to pick up the kit and stick it.
Wow, this game is crazy. This game is delivering on all fronts, ancient to overtime. Perhaps we'll get the same here on Anubis. This third and deciding map is about to have a heartbreaking finish from one of these sides.
ENCE have burned 2 timeouts trying to figure out exactly what to do on this defensive side, and they haven't gotten it yet.
There's a quick A play. karrigan at the front of the charge. He often will be fine leading the attack. And once again, it's Vladin from the fountain. Surely gets traded, and he will. Madden doesn't have the weapon to just swing out and fight, though. He's playing from bricks. He's got the XM, and he's taken out through the smoke. It's got to be surely a FaZe's round here at this point.
Yeah, I think it might have to be a save call again. Look at SunPayus' HP. If Snappy doesn't get a kill here, if he doesn't find something on this little track that he's run around the edges of the smoke, he's sticking around as long as possible to try and create an opportunity. NertZ is still very far away. It's all Snappy. It's all on Snappy, and he's got 1.
Yeah, the in-game leader gets that first kill. He's looking for a second. Again, Twistzz was so low, but the no kill really rules them out of this. SunPayus has to fall away with low health, and NertZ is nowhere near the action.
I think NertZ almost made the save call very, very early, not even to go for it.
Yeah, he was outside of B main when all of that was going down. Finally, they get Twistzz. Finally, they get Twistzz. It's consolation prize at this point, though. Yeah. It's 10-10. We're all tied up.
FaZe doesn't care, because, as you said, 10-10, and FaZe has tons of money. Twistzz is at 11,000. Rain is at 10,000 before they buy into this next round. FaZe is flush with cash. And they have won 6 straight. 5 of them bomb plants. ENCE is not able to provide any resistance just yet.
Vladin does what you ask of him. He gets the 1 kill. The weapon for Madden just wasn't good enough. He would love to have got a little closer in time, but that's the nade from Twistzz, trying to retreat, trying to run away to safety, and gets the opposite. So here's that 3rd timeout burned by ENCE.
They say it's the charm.
Yeah. 3rd map's the charm, perhaps, here for FaZe.
ENCE have another buy. 4 M4s and an AWP. 3 kits. but yet to put themselves in a position really where some of these retakes, like a couple rounds ago, that retake was doable. The 1v2 won by Twistzz. But some of these rounds haven't even been close to contention. 3 or 4 rounds during this stretch, ENCE have just had to back away and let FaZe have it.
SunPayus has the sniper again. In a round like this, you don't feel confident to just take that risk and go for one of the opening moves he wants to run with. So instead, they actually put him inside of the A site.
He's put in a position there to allow this defense to be more mobile with the way FaZe is attacking the bomb sites. He wants those riflers to be able to rotate and support and actually be aggressive on the rotation to defend the bomb site when the smokes are in line. He's meant to be here just as a failsafe to the A site. Aggression from karrigan, shut down through the smoke.
Did he see that second play? Let's question it, because he would have had a lot of information off the back of that extension. And now the reaction from FaZe is starting to come through. They fail to get mid-control, and now they go back outside of B.
Yeah, but ENCE don't know where they're going. They haven't been able to cheat anyone over. That's a big kill. If Rain gets that, Snappy's on his own with no support.
It disallows the split potential here for FaZe. They can't split from the same position, but Twistzz, he locks out 2. NertZ and Snappy both gone, and they are 6 shots from Twistzz.
That's an incredible amount of space that he's been given. In an open space, Twistzz is going to beat you.
Brokey plants. Gets into dark, now doubled up with ropz. Madden's on the flank around B main. A post plant that could decide the fate of this game, that could decide the fate of both of these teams in this semi-final. It's Madden coming through out of B main. Twistzz is holding, and what a round he is having. Twistzz gets another, but it's just onto this. Madden coming back in, pairs up with Flatten, and it's Madden with a headshot. What an important round for Madden again. And it's 11 for ENCE. They'll take the lead.
Finally, they put a stop to it. It took so long. It took everything, and they're not out of the woods just yet. Money is still an issue.
Oh my.
But that time the retake works out. Good job from Madden.
So sick. He's had some really, really important rounds today. You know, a couple of entries on the T side of Ancient, but that clutch on the second map was massive. Now he's got another one here. He just keeps getting them.
And Twistzz has a great round as well that goes to waste.
Oh, he's got to feel so frustrated about that.
2 entries into the B bomb site, taking down SunPayus' op on the retake, but can't complete things. This one a little bit more straightforward. Looks like FaZe want to hit a faster timing on a split towards the B bomb site. NertZ and Snappy again to defend.
NertZ on the platform. It's a good kill on karrigan. Is there any more here from the FaZe clan side? Twistzz is still hitting headshots, still getting work done, creating space further here for his side, and they so desperately need that space. The smokes are blown open. It's pure chaos inside of the site, and in that chaos, Twistzz climbs the ladder. 2v3, ENCE with the advantage into the retake. They were able to pull it off in the last round thanks to Madden. He's alive. It's the exact same trio again. Can they do it twice? ropz on the platform with Brokey. 2 players you would absolutely say have a great opportunity at closing this one out. Here comes the utility. Here comes the final move. And they haven't detected ropz. And ropz is relentless. 11, FaZe unrelenting. And this game will not end. FaZe will not give up.
That's a disgusting setup. ropz just tucked tight into the corner. A little bait and switch. And you could see Saw chiming in. Another timeout. The final timeout for ENCE. Oh man, these retakes have felt so doable and just ripped out of their hands at the end.
The 4th timeout used for ENCE.
That round is wild.
I cannot believe how chaotic that was, keeping track of everything that happened. The only worst job to be in a caster in that scenario is the observer, keeping track of the action. That was so ridiculous. And ropz and Twistzz thrive in it.
ropz has just been a dagger since some point on Ancient when he stepped up. He's just been so tough to handle, finding important kills in the big moments. And now you have Twistzz next to him doing the exact same thing. FaZe is hitting that dangerous point. ENCE couldn't string 2 together, so buys a little bit scrappy. FAMAS on Vladden, MP9 on Snappy. And you touched on it, the B defense has been self-identified as ENCE as a worrying thing that they haven't been able to be as strong at as they would like. And these are back-to-back rounds found at the B bomb site.
ropz close to A main, he's backed up by Brokey. Not only that, but Twistzz is now making his way there too. But this combo of Vladden and Madden, They've been really solid, but Robs has decided he's going to cleave away. Vladin, Madden's only good for one. Brokey lasers him through. And now we're looking at a 4v3. This is for series point. This is for grand final point for FaZe.
FaZe can be patient though. There's a minute and 20 seconds on the clock. They can wait for the reaction. They know this defense is going to be under pressure, especially when you consider the low economy situation that it is. SunPayus trying to lure them and bait them in towards this staging area of A main. But Rops ain't budging. Nobody on the map from FaZe is moving anywhere. And ENCE is just going to have to play this round with the positions they're in.
Oh, and SunPayus, perhaps the impatience. The impatience could cost him his life here. He's checking for Robs, but even if he commits to it, he should be traded down. He looks the wrong way. Robs punishes him. There's the kill from Brokey, and it's just NertZ left alone. FaZe have got it first. They've got map and series point first. And this looks like a team that are destined for the grand final. No matter how many times it looked like ENCE could break them, no matter how many times you thought FaZe were out of this, they always find a way back in. The great procrastinators of Counter-Strike.
It's Rops again with the opening kill. Rops again with the opener, and then this critical watch. And it's such a long time, a minute and 20 seconds when that exchange happens. It's such a long time if you're ENCE to have to play around with an MP9, with one smoke, without having information, without being able to cheat or rotate into the correct position. And FaZe just know at a certain point you're going to lose patience.
Is it overtime? The ENCE fight against all odds with this weaker purchase and break FaZe one last time to send us to the bonus rounds. NertZ, that smoke's about to blow open. Rain spams down, he finds Sanctuary in an empty spot with no fire. And NertZ is lucky not to die there.
I'm so surprised. Oh, the shotgun, that range. Surely it ain't gonna work. karrigan, a little bit labored, but he finds the kill on SunPayus. I was gonna say, I'm so shocked. I feel like we haven't seen ENCE shift a third player over to the B bomb site in time throughout this half. And now I'm not even sure the options available to them with SunPayus going down.
No, they split up 2-2.
Because FaZe have done such a good job of applying pressure to A, making you nervous about Rops lurking there, but it's gonna be this execute, and the B defense have one last chance to stand tall and save them.
A B play to finish for FaZe Clan. It's Rain coming through dark. Tears right through Snappy, and NertZ cannot compete for this. He cannot stay up on the platform. He has to drop back. We've seen a couple of retakes on this B bomb site for ENCE. None more important than this, and none more difficult than this round in front of him.
There's no kit.
That's the problem. No mollies either.
No
you would
smoke.
love a smoke. So many factors going against ENCE, but NertZ has got a shot. Just a shot though. Robs trades it out, and FaZe are moments away from a grand final matchup up against MOUZ. This El Clasico of Counter-Strike will come to a close, and in the last two matchups, it's FaZe Clan that have come up on top. Who better to close it than karrigan, leading his team to yet another grand final. This could be another title. This could be another CS2 trophy going in FaZe's cabinet.
It's how the event started for them. A grueling day, overtime, best of one, into a long, drawn-out series against MOUZ. Now they get to come back and do it all over again. A huge, exhausting